to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful, rainy day here in Georgia, but the temperature is amazing. So right now it's 65 degrees, going up to a high of 70, but it is drizzling outside, so we got some rain today, but that's okay. And it's gonna rain all day to this afternoon. It's supposed to stop around 1 o'clock, which is not bad because I don't have to go out till 1 o'clock, which is actually perfect because I don't like being in the rain. But I do have to go out. I got to go to the studio today, y'all. Yes, I'm going to the studio. So listen. So yeah, I know last year and time went by so quick. So I opened up my studio. Was it last year or was it this year? No, it was God, what's this, 21? 21. No, I opened up my studio at the beginning of 2020, February 2020, right, which is my birthday. I opened up my studio February 2020. Time went by so quick. It's been 2 years. I can't even believe 2 years just flew by. Like, that is nuts. This time in 2019, I was preparing to open up my studio in 2020, which I had visualized. It's so crazy, y'all. I had visualized the studio. It was so weird how it happened. I happened to go to an event at this co-working space that had just opened up, and there was a space there, and I said to her, "What is it?" It was like a little sitting room, and I was like, I would like to rent this out for a studio." It happened just like that, and I had been visualizing all year. I'm gonna have my studio, and sure enough, I got my studio. I did a ribbon cutting ceremony at the studio, all of that, and that was February 2020. By the end of March, the studio was closed because of COVID. So we opened up February 2020. Studio was closed by the end of March. By the end of March, it was closed because now I was definitely afraid to go outside. So I went to Podfest. I was a speaker at Podfest in Florida because I'm a podcaster. So I speak a lot about podcasting. I was a speaker at Podfest. Went to speak at Podfest. Came back home. Was freaking out because there were thousands of people at Podfest, right? I was sitting next to people from England, and at that time, it was like if you came from Italy and France and all those places, you needed to be quarantined. Me and my friends, podcasters, we were all sitting at this table with people from all around the world. So the blessed thing is we didn't get COVID, and we flew back. There were no mask mandates then. It was just like, this thing is out. We didn't wear masks. They did have some hand sanitizers on the table. I remember that, and I remember there's a woman sitting next to me from England. She sneezed, and I almost fell over to the left because, and I'm leaning as I say that right now. I almost fell over to the left because I was like, whoa, wait a minute, you sneezing. And so that freaked me out. It was crazy because we were passing business cards, and at that time we didn't know how you got COVID. So people would pass the business card to him, and on the down low, I was taking the wipes off the table and wiping cards off and wiping my hand. It was crazy. But I said all that to say, I opened up my studio February 2020, did a ribbon cutting, and then we had to close down because of COVID. So now I'm going back into the studio next week. Yep, I'm going back into my new studio, which I partnered with my good friend Lamar, who was my client. He took my podcasting course, and he has a studio now, and we are partners at the studio. And we're going into the studio today to talk about 2022 and what the visions are for both of our podcasts. His podcast is called People Think About It. And my podcast, of course, is Good Morning Gwinnett, along with slew of others. So, I got the whole podcast network. I can tell you that I'm going to be launching a new podcast. And I know somebody asked me the other day, why do you launch so many podcasts? Well, I talk a lot. But this podcast is going to be a podcast that, it's going to be a teaching podcast the whole time. Because Lamar and then I have one client I have a couple clients, but this one client she has a company, a security company, I believe that can get to $1 million this year. She has a security and training company, so she does like a couple of different pieces. The company is, the way it's structured, it could be, oh my God, in my mind, it's $1 million company because she does training. She also does private investigations. She also does cybersecurity along with traditional security. So the company can be positioned to do $1 million this year. So my goal is to help her get to $1 million in her company. But my goal is also to get my company, Noise Media Network, and to help Lamar get his podcast to $1 million. So the podcast is called $1 Million a Year Podcast. So $1 Million a Year Podcast, that's the one I'm going to be launching. And I'm only launching that because I know I'm going to be doing some things that I want to share with people. These are the things that I'm doing to take my company to $1 million in 2022. So that, and I don't know when that's going to air. I don't know. Am I going to pre-record? I don't know anything. All I know is I have to figure out how to get my company, Class Act Security, and people think about it, to $1 million over the next 12 months. So $1 million a year podcast is the podcast that I'm launching, and I'm only doing it because you have to document stuff. So if I'm going to document it, why not put it out to the world and let other people follow along or join us? Join us in taking your company to $1 million a year. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm excited about that. So be on the watch out next week for $1 million a year podcast. It'll be coming out. I will be laying out what we're going to be doing. We'll be in the studio. You'll see us in the studio. We're going to be live streaming in the studio. So it's all cool. So our studio is an office suite. So we have a waiting area for people to come in who are our guests with a big screen TV. We have an office. And what's crazy is if you come in there and you need to get your eyelashes done or you need to get a haircut. Now, this is for the dudes, but the girls, you want to come in and get eyelashes, we'll call our lash technician in to put your eyelashes on before you go live, your makeup and all that good stuff. And fellas, if you need to get your haircut, come on in and get your haircut, because we got a barber. We got a beauty room inside the studio. So if you need to get your haircut, you need to get your makeup done, There's a beauty suite, beauty room inside the studio. So we got a beauty room, a waiting area, office space, and a studio. So that's our suite. So I'll be giving y'all a tour later on today, so you can see what's going on and how it's going to go down in the studio. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited. 2022 is going to be a great year, and I'm going to help my company along with 2 other companies go to $1 million in a year. Ooh, that's a big task, y'all. But I'm looking forward to it. Listen, anything is possible when you believe. That's what I know for a fact. When I said in 2019, I was going to have my studio by the beginning of 2020, I did. When I said I was going to move to Georgia, it was crazy because I remember telling my friends, I think it was 2000 and it might have been like 2010 or 2011. I said to my friends, I said, yeah, the 4th of July is going to be at my house in 2013 in Georgia. So when I was it the 4th of July? I think it was either 4th of July or Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving going to be at my house in Georgia in 2013. This is what I say. I put it out there to the universe. And when I tell y'all, when Thanksgiving came and I was sitting up in the house and I said, oh my God, I put that out to the universe and I'm here 2013. It was crazy. And I said to my friend Rose, I said, remember when I said that? She was like, yeah. So I said all that to say, when you decide and you set the intention, it will happen. But you got to believe it's going to happen. One of my biggest hangups about what I've been doing in one of my businesses, in my businesses, one of my projects is that I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it happening, right? Because I had made up my mind that it was going to happen. Now my mind is completely made up. Good Morning Gwinnett is going to be $1 million brand under Noise Media Network. That is going to be a $1 million brand under Noise Media Network, which is the parent company, my parent company. So I have set that intention. I have professed it to the universe. Now I got to get busy and do what I got to do. So follow along as I take my company, help my good friend Lamar take people think about it, and help Class Act Security go to $1 million this year. So follow that podcast because I'll be working my tail off. And it's okay. I'm excited. I like working. So I like working doing let me say this. I like working doing the things I love to do. Let me just say that. Let me rephrase that. I like working on my podcast. I like helping others work on their dreams. And so I will be helping those 2 companies along with mine, take our companies to $1 million in 12 months. I don't know how yet, so don't ask me. You just got to follow along and see all the crazy things that I do. One of the first things I'm going to be doing is hosting the first annual cereal eating contest. Yes, eating cereal. So make sure that you go to goodmorninggwinnett.com, click on events, and register to come out and eat some cereal with us on April the 23rd. All right. Yes, you can win cash prizes. It's a cash prize of $200 for the person that eat the biggest bowl of cereal first. Yes, and a trophy. I'm excited about that too. So that's cool. All right, let's get on with this show. Today is December the 29th. Okay, you got 2 more days on the wake up. Yes, that is it. 2 more days on the wake up, y'all. It's almost January 1st. And your girl is prepping right now. Yep, she's prepping right now. Today is December the 29th. Wednesday, hump day. You have made it to the middle. You've made it to the middle. And it's also TikTok day. Now, when I say TikTok, I'm not talking about TikTok that y'all stay on all day long. TikTok is addictive, though. I don't know what that means. It's TikTok. It's just TICKTOCK, not TIKTOK. Not that TikTok. TikTok day. And I'm thinking maybe that's your clock. TikTok. It's also National Pepper Pot Day. Have no idea what pepper pot is. What is a pepper pot? Somebody knows what a pepper pot is. I have no idea. But it's National Pepper Pot Day. Pepper Pot Day. Have no idea. None at all. Anyway, celebrate the way you choose to. Celebrate the way you choose to. TikTok, let's get it going. Let's get it going. All right, let's get these horoscopes going. Brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Dawson. For today, Wednesday, December the 29th, we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Don't let the cat out of the bag. Try to do your job and then leave. You'll be popular with acquaintances. However, loved ones could feel left out and insecure. All right, listen here, Aries. Don't leave nobody out. Don't leave people out. They don't want to feel left out and insecure. Now, the other thing, too, you can't take everybody with you. So if you know they can't go with you, then they need to figure out what to do so they don't feel left out and insecure. They can't put that all on you. I'm just trying to help you out, Aries, because you would take on the whole thing of trying to make somebody happy and not feel left out and insecure. Sound like something they need to work on to me. I'm just saying, in the meantime, keep the secret. Don't let the cat out of the bag. It's not time to let go of the secret just yet. No. Taurus, don't say something you will live to regret. Residential moves look hectic and sudden changes in your life are likely. You need to put some trust in others. Yeah, listen, don't say something you're going to regret. Because here's the thing. Once you say it out your mouth, Taurus, you cannot take it back. I don't care how many times you say, I'm sorry. I don't care how many times you say, I didn't mean it. Once it's out your mouth and they hear it, you can't take it back. So watch what you say today. Be careful. Choose your words carefully. Because once you say it, you can't take it back. And you don't want to regret saying something that you can't take back. Gemini, you should visit a friend or relative who hasn't been well. You can continue to make gains if you call a few people who can help you close an important deal. If they don't want to get involved, work by yourself. Listen, don't beg nobody to get involved with you. Put the opportunity out there. If they decide not to take the opportunity, do your thing. You can do it. Listen, what did I just say? Believe in yourself. Believe in what you do. Everything that we do starts with a belief in ourselves first. It starts in the mind. Work on your mindset. Trust me, I'm on there every night looking at mindset stuff because I realize I have a big feat and a huge task of taking my company, taking Good Morning Gwinnett, taking People Think About It, and Class Act Security, which is my client, to $1 million level. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I have no idea. But I'm believing that it's going to happen for all three of us. I'm believing that. So, only way it doesn't happen, we quit. I ain't quitting. So, I don't know about y'all. Yep, so you got to believe in yourself. So, if they don't want to work with you, Gemini, go ahead. Do it by yourself. You can do it. You can do it. Cancer, you can elaborate on your creative ideas and get involved in groups that relate to the arts. It's time to let loose the goose. Be prepared to lose friends or alienate people if you insist on being stubborn. Yeah, you're going to listen. Don't be so stubborn. If you want to lose some folks, be stubborn. You want to alienate some people, be stubborn. But if you don't want to do that, then don't be that. It's time to let loose. Let your hair down. Let loose the goose. That's a part of a song. Y'all know I love songs. So when you hear me say little stuff like that, that was a song. I want to say that was De La Soul. That was in one of their songs, Let Loose the Goose. Okay, so for y'all who don't know who De La Soul is, I'm totally dating myself. I loved De La Soul back in the day. Look them up. Listen to their music. I loved it. They were very conscious back then. I'm sure they're even more so conscious now. Cancer, you can elaborate on creative ideas and get involved in groups that relate to the arts. Listen, you are artsy, Cancer. You know you're artsy. Find your tribe, baby. Get involved with groups that relate to the arts. Let me tell you, when you find your people, things change. When you find your people, things change. Podcast posses. I want to start it back, but the freaking coronavirus is just wreaking havoc again. So that's why I put the cereal contest at Rose Jordan Park, because it's outside, so people can feel a little bit more safer going outside. Yeah, because coronavirus is all over the place. It's just making us, and it's making people. I gotta tell you about a story about this woman on the plane. I saw the video this morning. It was like, oh my goodness. It is turning our world upside down. The freaking coronavirus. Go away. We need to all come together and will it away. It's out here. Some people don't believe it exists, though. They really don't. They don't think they should wear masks. That's why I keep spreading, because they won't wear a mask and they won't get vaccinated. So it's just spreading. Now they're saying a whole bunch of kids are getting and they're being hospitalized, which is scary. It's very scary. Leo, you will be relentless when it comes to getting yourself back in shape. I need to be like that, Leo. You'll be a real chatterbox today. Your compassion will be appreciated more than you can imagine. All right, so Leo, are you relentless about getting back in shape because it's the first of the year? Because you know that's what happens. At the first of the year, you know, everybody's relentless, like the first 2 weeks. And after the 2 weeks, like, oh, forget about it. But I'm relentless, Leo. I'm with you. Getting in shape and taking my company to $1 million. So those are the things that I will be focusing on this year. I got 33 pounds to lose. I had 35. I lost 2. I'm giving myself credit for the 2 pounds. I have 33 pounds to lose. I'm going to be relentless at losing them 33 pounds and taking good money with that to $1 million, along with people think about it in Class Act Security Protection and Training Academy. Those are my 3. Those are not resolutions. Those are goals. Goals. Virgo, you may get some opposition. Personal changes will be to your benefit. Do things because you want to, not because someone else thinks you should. Secret affairs will only lead to heartache. All right, Virgo, listen here. Leave them secret affairs where they are. If it's a secret, you shouldn't be doing it. That's the thing. The word secret is a hint. And hint, you shouldn't be doing it. Leave them with it. You're gonna get heartache. Leave that crap in the past. Leave it right here. Leave it right here in 2021. Go into 2022 with a clean slate, and your own love will come to you and find you. All right, cool. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together. To go on together. Yeah. To go on together. To go on together. Moonlight and fire, dancing closely together and staying forever young. What about you and I then? Can we two find a way to align with each other? Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together. To go on together. Yeah. To go on together. To go on
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. I'm going to pick it up with Libra. Chances are you could get stuck with colleagues' jobs unexpectedly. Be cautious who you deal with financially. Changes regarding your image will bring you greater confidence. Yes, spruce it up for 2022. It's going to bring you some good confidence, baby. Yes, spruce it up. I bought a whole bunch of clothes right before the Christmas. And I'm gonna be fly this year because I gotta walk like a millionaire. I gotta talk like a millionaire. I gotta drive like a millionaire. I gotta be a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. Yeah, I know some people like, oh my gosh, she's focused on the money. Yup, I am. And I ain't making no bones about it. Yup, I'm focused on creating a company that provides me a lifestyle that I desire, that serves my community. And I love what I do. And I think that people like this show because they listen to it. And I want to help business owners because if I could do it, you could do it. So follow me, see what I'm doing, and then copy that. I don't care if you copy it. Don't copy Good Morning Gwinnett and I'm going to sue you. I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding. All right, anyway, keep going. Scorpio, you may be torn between two possibilities. This has left you in a confused and uncertain state. You can make money, but not through harebrained schemes or gambling. If you want to make your mark, try to get involved in projects that will bring you some glory. Like, listen, Scorpio. If you want to make your mark, do something that's going to benefit somebody else. I'm talking about something major. Like for me, Good Morning Gwinnett is major for me because even though since I started, we probably have about 3 or 4 podcasts in Gwinnett right now, focus on Gwinnett. They're not doing it like I'm doing it. I'm not doing it like they're doing it. We're all doing it different, but we're focused on Gwinnett. I personally love what I'm doing now, and I love the plan that I've laid out for Good Morning Gwinnett because it serves me. It gives me an opportunity to talk about the things I love, like the community, like business, what's going on, like life and entrepreneurship. Again, I had to craft it that way so I can live my life doing the thing that I love, right? And knowing that it's going to get me the rewards that I seek. So if you want to make your mark, Scorpio, get involved in projects that are going to bring you some glory, but you got to love them, though. You got to love them because that's the only way you're going to make your mark if you love something because you're going to be committed to the thing that you love. Okay? Sagittarius, be careful when dealing with female members of your family. Erratic behavior may confuse others and mood swings may result in isolation. It will be all around you. Listen, Sagittarius, meditate. You want to put out some good energy. Play some music. Dance a little. Don't confuse others by being nuts today. Don't do it. It's all around you. That bad energy is all around you and it's making you crazy. It's giving you mood swings and the family's looking at you like, what is going on with Sagittarius? Like, oh my God. Put on some music and dance a little. I'm telling you, music changes things. If you can't figure out how to get out of a funk, play some music. It changes things. Yes, if you may need to drink a glass of wine, that may help you too. If you a wine drinker, I did drink some wine over the holiday. I did. I drank some wine. It was a night though. I was playing games and music was playing. I'm not a drinker, y'all. I'm a lightweight, for real. Like I drink wine and I don't drink a lot of it. I drink just enough to be social. That's it. I really don't care about feeling anything. I just drink to be social when I do drink. And that's rare. I don't really drink that often. I was home, I was playing games, I wanted to laugh and have some fun. Now it does make me giggle. It makes me sleepy and it makes me giggle. Because I was playing games, I was giggling. Had I not been playing games, I probably would have been asleep. That's why I don't drink. Like, why do I need to drink? It doesn't help me do anything. It stops me. It slows me down. So I'm not a drinker. But you may want to drink some wine. You know what I mean? It's on you, though. It's on you, Sag. If you need to relax a little bit. Capricorn, try to be tolerant of the moods of those around you. You will feel the limitations if you've been overdoing it. You may want to sign up for lectures or courses that will bring you mental stimulation. I get it. Take a class, learn something new. It's going to bring some mental stimulation. There's a whole bunch of ways to learn stuff. If you want to be mentally stimulated, YouTube University there's so much content over there you could never run out. It's so much content you can take it all the way to space and back on YouTube. And the thing you want to learn about is on YouTube. And if you can't find it, just Google it. It's somewhere out there in the universe. So, and if you don't want to do that, just go to one of those online learning centers and you'll find some stuff. I'm telling you now. Listen, me and YouTube is my friend. It's helping me mentally prepare to help my company. People think about it. Class Act Security Training Academy go to $1 million this year. I'm learning. I'm doing the mental part. Like, I will be figuring it out. So follow me as I do that. $1,000,000yearpodcast.com. Coming soon. Okay, Aquarius, you need to look into some private matters before you can proceed with your plans. You may find that family members may not be too easy to get along with. Refrain from overspending on entertainment or luxury items. All right, listen. Listen here. If your family members are not easy to get along with, stay away from them. That's all I'm saying. Love them from afar. I love you. Listen, everybody has them in their family. There's always somebody in the family that's just difficult. And they're difficult because they want to be difficult. They don't even have a reason to be difficult. They just are. It's just who they are. And when you find out about those people, love them from afar. I love quite a few from afar. They're just difficult, and I realize nothing I'm going to be able to do to change them. Let me just send them love and light from afar. When I have to get with them, I will. When I don't, I don't. So that's all I'm saying, Aquarius. Love them from afar. You don't have to be around them, letting that negative energy drop off on you, because it will jump on you. Because the minute you see them in your face, go, oh my God, here they go. That's what you say. Oh my God, here comes such and such. Oh, hey, when she come around. Yeah, you don't want that. Get rid of it. So love them from afar. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, you need to be around friends and family. Don't hesitate to look for alternatives that will enable you to raise the kind of donations you need to do the right job, to do the job right. Don't hesitate. You got to think outside the box, fish. If you need to raise some funds because you need to do the job right, you got to think outside the box. The old ways you've been doing things will not work. Sorry to tell you that. You are best to be accommodating for the time being. Sudden romantic infatuations won't be lasting, especially if you're in a situation, fish. You don't need to be having those sudden romantic infatuations. I know you can admire from afar. I get it. You're still human. But do not get involved with anybody if you're in a situation. Now, if you're not in a situation, do your thing. But just know it won't last long. Just know it will not last long. So that sudden thing you feel like, oh my God, this one is not. It's just a fling. Now, for you situational fish, don't do the thing. Don't do the fling. All right. So the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. Now let's get on with some news that you can use. So I got to start this story off with this woman who's on Delta Airlines. She was pissed, y'all. So she had her mask on, but apparently the gentleman behind her did not have his mask on, and she wanted him to put his mask on. He would not. Man, was she livid. That woman was so mad. She smacked the man. She spit on him. She scratched his face. She was livid. And what was crazy about it, right? You could see that the air flight person, she was mad. She was mad. He called her the P word. He called her Cameron. He called her, but he wouldn't put his mask on. Now, I don't know why he didn't have his mask on, because on Delta Airlines, which I fly most of the time, pretty much all the time, they require you to put your mask on. So this man did not have on the mask. So I don't know, was he eating or drinking something, because I did see like the cart go down the aisle after they moved her out of the way. And I saw the cart, so maybe he was eating or drinking something. But she wanted him to put his mask on. He would not put that mask on. Lord, she was livid. She was so mad till she punched him, and she scratched him, and she spit on him. And I was like, oh my God. So when she got to Atlanta, she got arrested, because it was a flight from LA. When she got, and he said to her, that's assault, and when you get to Atlanta, you're going to jail. And she did. She got arrested. They let her out on a $20,000 bond. So for those of you who don't know the difference between a bail and a bond, she got to put up $20,000 cash. There's no 10% of the $20,000. It's $20,000 cash. That's a bond. A bail is when you put up 10% of that. So she didn't get out on bail. She got out on the $20,000 bond. Well, she obviously had $20,000 somewhere to get out on the $20,000 bond. But anyway, now she can't fly Delta anymore because she freaked completely out. And there was a woman sitting across from the guy. She said, and you could see that the food cart was coming down the aisle where, they have coffee on the food carts and they have hot water. The girl said the lady knocked the hot water on her leg. Oh, I can't even imagine what that felt like. So she got a lawsuit. Delta's about to be sued because that hot water fell on her legs. And the lady probably gonna get sued. But the man was pissed. They were going at it. Let me tell y'all something. COVID is turning our world into a hot mess. It is. Because people are annoyed. You got people who try to put their mask on. People who try to get the vaccine. You got others who said, I don't believe in it. I'm not doing it. It's made up. Tell all the people that we lost. Go back and tell them that, because they died. And I know some people, they had underlying issues. Yeah, they had underlying issues that was aggravated by COVID. Because until COVID came out, they were not dead. I'm just saying. You can say what you want to say. I lost my mom. I lost my uncle. I lost the best man in my wedding. I lost 3 people to COVID. I lost more than 3 people. So you can say whatever you want to say. But until COVID came out, they were living. So for those of you who say, it's not real, it's made up, it's this, you're killing folks because you won't get vaccinated. And now Omicron is spreading like wildfire. Now I feel like we're going to go into a shutdown again. Because it's so crazy. It just keeps spreading. It keeps spreading because people will not go get the shot. Trust me, I was with you. Until that thing took the person I love, the person that gave me life, the person that has been my rock for 53 years. She was my rock along with my husband. They were my rock. He is my rock. It took her from me. So you can't tell me it's not real, because it's real. It is real. And it won't go anywhere because people won't take the necessary steps to make it go away. I'm getting a little emotional. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and beyond. Stay tuned.
Say it again, say it again. You're saying you're sorry, so say it again. Only you can make my world go black. Say you love me, then you take it back. Say it again, say it again. You want my forgiveness, so say it again. You're my thunder of my darkest night. You just can't go back and make it right. 'Cause it's too late, your time is up. Damage done and now it's stuck. 'Cause it's too late, you roll the dice, and now you have to pay the price. Yeah, I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry, you're gonna be the lonely one. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry, you're gonna be the lonely one. Say it again, say it again. You're saying you feel bad, so say it again. Only you can do that. My heart was open wide. I could feel it breaking deep inside. 'Cause it's too late, your time is up. Damage done and now we're stuck. 'Cause it's too late, you roll the dice, and now you have to pay the price. Oh, I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry, you're gonna be the lonely one. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry, you're gonna be the lonely one. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry, you're gonna be the lonely one. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry. I'm not even sorry, you're gonna be the lonely one.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So I gotta say this, because I did get a little emotional when I think about my mom and I think about the people who said this thing isn't real, it don't exist, it's the government, and maybe the government did do something. I don't know. What I do know is that she's not here. What I do know is that she and 500, 600,000, a million people are not on this earth because of it. That's what I do know. And maybe it's all God put perfect will. I don't know that either. I just know they're not here. Anyway, more than 6,600 people got vaccinated against COVID-19 in Gwinnett County. Finished strong together drive early this month. Yeah, kudos to you. Let me give them a round of applause. And I get it. Round of applause for them. I know for some of us it's real scary to get the vaccine because as black people in America, we have been experimented on and we are afraid. I was one of those people who have said, I'm not getting the vaccine. I was not going to get it. My mom said right out the gate, I'm getting the vaccine because every year she took the flu shot. Every year she took I don't know if she took the pneumonia every year, but I think it was whenever it was required for her to take the pneumonia shot, she would take it. I personally have never taken either, right? And I was like, I'm not taking them because I knew about Tuskegee Spearmint. I was like, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking anything. You're not. I would get messages from companies who want to like let you do a focus study group where they put something on your skin. Like, yeah, I'm not doing it either. And they paid you. Now, if you want to give me a free bra because you want me to do a focus group, which has happened, I will do that. You want to give me a free bag for me doing a focus group, I'll do that. You want me to put something on my body, in my body, for you to do a focus group and figure out how it works? Not gonna do it. I'm not doing it. So I was one of those people who were afraid, but there were 6,600 people in Gwinnett County who said, you know what, we have to do this. We have to get this done, and they did. The Omicron variant is everywhere, y'all. It's surging like crazy. I feel like COVID-19 all over again. That's how I feel because I feel like it is just spreading like wildfire, and now they don't understand the variant, and they don't even know if our vaccine is prevents it. They do know that it helps you feel better. It helps you not get sick. That's what they do know. But I was reading something where they were saying they don't really know how anything happens. And they don't even know if you have Omicron unless they test you for that. They just know COVID. And so it's crazy. But anyway, shout out to all the ones who got vaccinated because they felt like, it's the thing to do. Now, granted, there was an incentive. They gave out $100 Visa gift cards from December the 10th to December the 12th. They gave out $100 Visa gift card, which was great because somebody got a Christmas gift because of that. Somebody paid a bill because of that. Nevertheless, 6,600 people got vaccinated here in Gwinnett County. So let's hope that I don't know. Is it gonna make us sick later? Maybe. I don't know. I just don't know. But what I do know is I wish it was here. I wish we had the vaccine back in December, like December the 1st. I do, because I know who would have gotten it and who may have still have been here with me. I'm just saying. All right, let's get on with some news that's good, because I stopped talking about freaking Delta because it used to depress me because all I could see was the numbers going up and up and up, and the freaking variant is everywhere, and that's all we see. And I'm like, oh my God, not that again. But I had to tell you the story about the 6,600 people who did get vaccinated in Gwinnett County, because that's important. All right, let's get on to some new cool. So listen, Slutty Vegan. I've never eaten at Slutty Vegan, but guess what your girl gonna do? I'm gonna check it out. My brother ate that. He said it was good. Slutty Vegan is a vegan restaurant owned by Pinky Cole. Pinky Cole, listen, Pinky Cole is the bomb. I want to say something else, but this is a family show. Pinky Cole is the mother freaking bomb. You hear me? Pinky started that business in 2018. I want to say I watched the interview with her. She said she did $1 million in 9 months on a food truck selling vegan food. It was crazy. And I was like, what? So I'm thinking I get Pinky on the show because now she's located in Gwinnett County. That's pretty cool. But anyway, Pinky said, I speak what I want and it happens because she believes it's going to happen. So Pinky started Slutty Vegan in 2018 as a food truck over in Atlanta. And people used to tell me the freaking line was around the corner. Like, my brother went there. He's like, oh, I paid $20 for a hamburger. I was like, what? What's on the hamburger? He's like, it's a vegan burger. You ever heard of Slutty Vegan? This is before he moved down here. I was like, yeah. He said it was good. So I have to check out the new Slutty Vegan that's located over in Duluth. So we got our own Slutty Vegan over in Duluth. So if you want to check out Pink, and look, there was a line. Yeah, this story is in Gwinnett Daily Post. You can see the people standing in the rain at Slutty Vegan. She did the ribbon cutting ceremony over there on December the 18th. And so I'm going to go check out Pinky and Slutty Vegan. I want to meet her, though, because Pinky is the bomb. Pinky said, whatever I say is going to happen, it's going to happen. So she's trying to be a billionaire. I get it, Pinky girl. I'm right there with you. Right now, this year, though, I'm working on that first million. You did your first million already. I'm working on that first million. I know, I'm right behind you. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to believe it in your heart and spirit. And she said, she said in an interview that I watched her in, she's like, I'm gonna have $1 billion company. She's like, she is like, is this gonna be? She's gonna do it. I believe she's gonna do it. I believe it. So let me tell you. So it's located. So you can go check out because I'm gonna go check her out too. I'm gonna come back and write about it on the blog. The location is this month in Gwinnett Place area. It's over there on Pleasant Hill, 2045 Pleasant Hill Road in Duluth. It's vegan, so if you like vegan, check it out. It's the chain's 4th location. She started with a food truck. Now she got 4. She started with a food truck in 2018. Now she has 4 locations. She already said it. She already said she's going to do her thing. And now I think she's the bomb. I watched her interview. Now she has a baby. I think she had the baby already. I know she was pregnant, I think, when I saw it. But anyway, Slutty Vegan, if you like Slutty Vegan, if you're a vegan, check out the menus. Here's some of the things that are on the menu. All plant-based vegan burgers that use Impossible burger patties, as well as plant-based chicken sandwiches, French fries, fried pickles, vegan shrimp. What is a vegan shrimp, y'all? Okay, plant-based bratwurst, a vegan Philly cheesesteak, and a PLT sandwich. Have no idea what that is, which includes sweet jerk plantains, lettuce, and tomatoes. That sounds delicious. I'm gonna have to try the Philly cheesesteak because I love cheesesteak. The menu items, names such as, so here's some of the names. This is why she called us slutty. Somebody asked me, why did she call us a slutty vegan? I was like, I don't know, but maybe now I know, because here's some of the names of some of the foods that you're going to get on the menu. A one night stand. You can get the super slut. Oh my God. But that's why but listen, y'all can say what you want to say. The branding is off the chain. Slutty Vegan, one night stand, super slut, fussy hussy, menage a trois, Hollywood hooker, sloppy toppy, side hoe, dance hall queen. That's some. Listen, this is her menu, and the slutty slushies, the king of popsicles, sweet potato pies, banana pudding, sea moss banana pudding, sea moss. I just told my husband yesterday I ran out of sea moss. I take sea moss. But anyway, if you want to check out Slutty Vegan, the store is open from noon to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Thursdays, and from noon to 9 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. It's closed on Sundays and Mondays. So check out sluttyveganatl.com. Sluttyveganatl.com to look at the menu. I'm going over here. It's right over there in my area. I'm going to go over there and check. I'm going to check out I'm torn. Do I check out the shrimp, or do I check out the Philly cheesesteak? I like Philly cheesesteak and I like shrimp, so I got to figure out which one to check out. But listen. She's a boss. She's a boss babe, and I love her. I love what she's doing. I follow her story. I'm following her. I listen to these young women. They're younger than me. They give me inspiration to keep moving and do the things that I do. You know what I mean? Because they are fearless, and they believe it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I'm telling you, it all started with mindset. I started studying mindset back in probably Tony Robbins' book was the first book I bought. Awaken the Giant. I think that's what it's called. Awaken the Giant. I think that's what it was. That was the first mindset book I bought. Then I fell in love with Tony Robbins, and I bought everything he had to offer pretty much. I even did the fire walk, y'all. I went to one of Tony Robbins' events, and you know how you got to walk across the hot coals? I did that. Because I knew for me to be a success in my business, I had to think outside the box. I had to have this winner's mindset. I had to do these things. So I challenged myself. So the biggest challenge was going to one of Tony's events and walking on them hot freaking coals. So I met this woman. I can't think of what her name is, but I do know that she had what's the issue when you can't eat dairy? She had that problem. I can't think of it. It'll come back to me. She had that problem. And she and I kind of stuck together through the whole event. And when it was time for us to do the fire walk, we did the fire walk. But she, for some reason, stopped in the middle of the hot coals. Like, I rushed through. I was like, oh, no. I got to get through this hot coals. I got through and I made it out on the side. For some reason, her mom made her stop in the middle of the hot coals and she got burned. So she had blisters. So the next day, and you do it in the dark. So it was dark outside. They had people standing on the side with water hose. So just in case they needed to spray the water to because you were burning, they could spray you. And it was dark. It was nighttime. And I remember getting in line. They had a whole bunch of them lined up, like these hours and hours of hot coal lined up. They had burnt the wood. We were in I think we were in Secaucus at the stadium, Secaucus, New Jersey at the stadium, and they had these rows and rows of hot coal that were burning, right? And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to walk on hot coal. But I walked on the hot coal. But the woman, I can't think of her name. Celiac disease. She had celiac disease. I can't think of her name. It'll come back to me. But she had celiac disease, and we talked about that. This was years ago, y'all. This had to be 10 years ago. But we were talking. We stayed together through the whole thing because Tony helps you get your mindset right. I'm talking about people. They cut the lights off in one of the events, and people were boohoo crying. And I was like, are they crying? I wasn't crying because I was like, are they crying? People were crying. They were like having you release some stuff. Yeah, people were crying. But anyway, I did the fire walk. She walked through the fire and got burned. Her mind made her stop right in the middle of the fire. Right in the middle of the hot coals. Right in the middle. She stopped and she got burned. So the next morning, because we did it late at night, it was like about 11, 12 o'clock at night. The next morning when we came back out, I said to her, what happened? I want to say her name was Lorena. I said, what happened? She said, I got burned. So she showed me the blisters where she stopped. She said, I froze. She froze right in the middle of the coals. Now, I wasn't trying to get burned. And I said all that to say, It's your mindset that you have to contend with when it comes to anything. Losing weight, being a pro athlete, starting and running a successful business. Whatever it is you're trying to do, it's the mind. It all starts in the mind. And you have to work on the mindset. I know that what I've set for myself is a huge goal, not just for me. I'm talking about me and 2 other people, 2 other companies. I know I have to have the right mindset, and you have to do the same. All right, listen, I'm going to my last song. I'll be right back after this song to give you my word of inspiration for the day, so stay tuned.
Bring back dignity. Time and time again I relapse, but love has never left me. Perhaps I should have found a way to pay it back. But forget what you take, only take enough to swallow the pain. Drown the pain until it all washes away. Time again I relapse, but your love is always waiting. Perhaps I can't save myself, so I fade to black. But forget what you take, only take enough to swallow the pain. Drown the pain until it all washes away. From the night to the day. Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. Here's my word. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Oh, let me say it one more time. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Walt Disney said that, and he was right. You know, I'm smiling right now because I know that I feel like he built Disney World, right? Disney World, Disneyland, Walt Disney. When you think of Disney, it's all Walt, right? He didn't do it by himself. He had people that helped him. But he had the dream. He had the vision for it. And for some people, it was impossible. But for Walt, he was like, you know what? Let's make it happen. I'm smiling right now because I've never made $1 million in my business. I've never. And I've been in business. I've been a business owner for 24 years, and I've never turned $1 million. So this will be 2022 will be my first $1 million year. And I'm excited about that because I had started to believe it was impossible. I really had started to believe it was impossible for me to make $1 million. I couldn't figure it out. Now it's gonna be fun to do the impossible.
what has been impossible for me for the last 24 years is going to be possible this year. And it's going to be fun for me to do it. It's going to be fun for me to help 2 other people do the same thing. Because I know for a fact, one person don't feel like it can be done. One of those people, the 2, don't feel like it can be done. I already know that. Because when I spoke it to them, they said to me that was my vision for them. Because they don't believe it can happen. Me, on the other hand, see this huge vision like, yeah, that could definitely happen. Now, is it going to take work? Yup, it's going to take a lot of work. I'm not saying it's not. However, I'm ready. I'm ready for the impossible. I'm ready for Mission Impossible. I'm ready for Mission Possible. $1 million year. Thank you again for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 53 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. Be sure if you missed any of the past episodes, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, if you would like to be my guest in studio on an upcoming episode of Good Morning Gwinnett, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com. Click on the tab to say be my guest. Fill out the information. I'll get your information. I'll reach out to you for you to come on and be a guest on the show. Looking for great guests for 2022. If you are not inside of the state of Georgia and you want to be a guest on the show, we can live stream you in. So go there, put be my guest. Click on be my guest on Good Morning Gwinnett. Put your information in there, and I'll holler at you. Okay? All right, cool. Listen, be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett, the number 1. GM Gwinnett, the number 1. And if you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, be sure to listen to the show, comment on the show, subscribe to the show, like the show. Listen, I just got an email from Amazon this morning. I thought this was pretty cool, so I woke up like this. Maybe that's why I'm in such a good mood. But I woke up and it said, "Congratulations, Good Morning Gwinnett is now on Amazon Music." I'm like, what? So Good Morning Gwinnett is now Amazon Music. I'm souped up about that. So yeah, $1 million year, baby. We're gonna do it. Join me. Follow the podcast. I'll be launching the podcast next week. $1 million year podcast. All right. Thank you again for listening. Stay safe out there, y'all. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. So until next time, my friends, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.